أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يستخفون من الناس ولا يستخفون من الله وهو معهم إذ يبيتون ما لا يرضى من القول وَكَانَ اللَّهُ بِمَا يَعْمَلُونَ مُحِيطًا. Dear friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I recited Surah An-Nisa Ayat number 108. This ayat is the base for taqwa and purity, because we understand from here that when a Muslim with his iman understands that Allah is watching me every time, Allah is listening, hearing what I am doing every time, what I am calling, saying. So everything of me is recorded by Allah. And Allah is Alim, knows each everything of me. How is possible a person can do a sinful act? Because when a person understands that if I'm doing some sinful act, Allah is watching me. So how is possible before Allah I can do this one? Allah is listening. How is possible I can do backbiting and I can call names of other people? I can do so many things from my tongue. How is possible I can say something and Allah is listening everything? Allah is Sami. And the person becomes more careful. And this carefulness is called taqwa. And this taqwa brings purity in the heart. So heart of the person becomes so much clear and clean that Allah then likes to see this person. This is where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah is just to watch your heart. So because iman is there. So this is very important. We have to look after our iman every time. And keep in mind, when a person has weak iman, when iman is going away, is declining, at that time person is just to, what the person is doing to make iman weak? Sins more and more times. If a person is doing sinful act and making tawbah astaghfar, Allah forgive the person. But if the person is doing sinful act and not coming to request Allah for tawbah astaghfar and doing other sin and other sin and other sinful act, automatically the iman is going weak and decline. And this is the situation where the punishment for the person starts. The first biggest punishment that starts to the person, that fear of Allah from the person goes away. Then fear of the people that comes in. This way then person will understand when the person is doing any type of sinful act. So he or she will understand that what the people will say to us, what the people will say to me. If they know that I am this type of person, what they will say to me. So this type of thing comes to the person. But they never understand that Allah is watching, what Allah will say to me. No. The iman is off that time. So this is the situation. So we read this ayat, we will understand more better in this. So Allah said, yastakhfuna, the people who do sinful act, they hide themselves minan nas, from the people. So they try to hide themselves from the people. They conceal their evil intentions, evil deeds and bad things. They hide from the people. Wala yastakhfuna, but they are not to hide, they are not to conceal them min Allah, from Allah. So they are not to conceal from Allah. Because wahuwa ma'ahum, Allah said wahuwa ma'ahum, and Allah is with them every time. So when Allah is with them, how is possible they can do the sinful act? They can say something wrong. They can consult each other for the evil motivation. How is possible? This way Allah said in this ayat, yastakhfuna minan nasi. These people, they conceal, they hide themselves from the people. Wala yastakhfuna min Allah, but they are unable to conceal them from Allah. Wa huwa ma'ahum, and Allah is with them. Is yubayyatuna, when they are consulting each other at night, mala yarda min al qawl, mala yarda, for those things, min al qawl mean for that type of thing, mala yarda, for which Allah is not happy with them. So Allah disliking that. They are trying to make that type of consultation which is disliked by Allah. But Allah said, don't worry. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ بِمَا يَعْمَلُونَ مُحِيطًا. And Allah is occupying. Muhita mean occupying. Yamaluna, what they are doing. So what the people are doing, Allah knows everything, because everything is under the encompass of Allah. In occupying Allah. So Allah is occupying everything. So under control of Allah, everything what they are doing. So this way they must understand that Allah is with them. Allah said, Wahuwa ma'ahum. So Allah is with them. Even when they are doing any consultation at night against someone, Allah is with them also. So go in this ayat, Allah said, yastakhfuna minan nasi wala yastakhfuna min Allahi wahuwa ma'ahum iz yubayyituna ma la yarda min al qawl wa kana Allahu bima ya'maluna muhita. So they conceal, they hide their evil intentions and deeds from the people, but they cannot conceal them from Allah, and Allah is with them. So when they consult with each other at night, Allah is with them. So what they are consulting, Allah said, that is against the will of Allah. So Allah said, and Allah is occupying, encompassing what are the people doing. So what the people they are doing, Allah is occupying each and every action of them. So this is very important. We need to understand that when a person is doing any sinful act, Allah is before them. So they are doing, Allah is watching. Think now, when Allah is watching you, what type of sinful act are you doing? Allah is watching. Is it possible for you to do it before Allah? Your dad, your mom, your family members, or your other people. So when they are just to look when you are doing some sinful act, so you are trying to be away from them when you are doing some sinful act. But you don't think that Allah is also watching and you are doing that before Allah. Think now, what is this type of sinful act that you are trying to show your bad action, evil practice before Allah. So Allah, you are just to show it before Allah. How is possible you are making Allah angry? This way, some people who are doing some sinful act, and then at night they try to join together, then they try to blame other person what they have done the sinful act. You can see the example of Toma Bashir, who was thief at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His family members at night, his family members and his other people who are his friends and other people, they get together at night and consulted about the theft of Bashir, and they said, so we should do the blame of theft to the Jew person and make this Bashir as innocent in the eyes of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So they have done this one. In the morning they went before Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they swearing by Allah that this Bashir is innocent. That's the actual thief is the Jew person. So this type of think now this type of consultation, you can see many people in different biradrism, in different type of families, or the people they do it at night, even just to make it that this, if a person who is from the family, from the biradrism, if the person is doing that type of action which is sinful, and they try that we should prove to the people that this person is innocent, so our whole family, our whole biradrism should not get the blame of this type of sinful act. So this, and then they try to place this type of blame to some other person. So this tradition was with the munafiqeen, and they were doing this at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they are doing now also. So it's very bad. Even you can see this type of this way Allah said, yastakhfuna minan nasi. These people, what they do, they can hide from the people. But how is possible? Wala yastakhfuna min Allah. How is possible they can hide from Allah? They can't hide from Allah because Allah is watching. Because Allah said, وَهُوَ مَعَهُمْ, and Allah is with them. So when a person came to Abdullah bin Masud radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and he said, what do you say about a person who is praying before the other people, but when the person is alone, he is not to pray. He is not to pray salah. Abdullah bin Masud radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he recited this ayat, and he said, this person is astaghfirullah nauzubillah, insulting Allah. Think. So many people in the world who are by name Muslim, but they are doing so many sinful acts, but they have no any shy, they have no any type of feeling that Allah is watching. They have, the iman is not with them that time. So you can see, because iman is the first thing. When we have iman, this iman make us away from the from doing the sinful act. So this iman makes us that Allah is Basir, Allah is watching, Allah is Sami, Allah is listening me, Allah is Alim, Allah has knowledge of everything what I'm doing. Same like that, you can think when a person is stealing, he is not to have iman in Allah. The person who is doing sexual activity, out of iman. The person who is shopkeeper and making weighing to give at the bargaining time, his weighment is less, and just to show other person that he is doing the right weight, but actually is less. So where is iman of that person then? The person who is abusing who is abusing others, who is backbiting, who is blaming, who is slandering, who is making lie, who is doing the false witness, who is taking bribery, who is holding the things of his, so that when I will sell it when the price will go up. So same like this, the judge who is the court judge, he is selling his justice just with bribery, and so many things are in cheating, deceiving, and this type of things are happening in everywhere. Where is amana has gone? So amana is going with khiyana. So this is dishonesty is prevailing the trust. So trust is going away, and that is replacing with the dishonesty. What is happening there? So think now, this type of thing is happening. So this is very, very important to think now. So we have to look after ourselves every time that Allah is watching me. Why should I do the sinful act? Why should I use tactic to say that I'm doing all the things good while doing the everything wrong? So this is the time to assess ourselves and to make our own internal feeling that Allah is with me. Allah is watching me. This is the thing. Think now, why the person is going to do the sinful act. Some people say we are doing it because of some type of that is need for us. Like some people say, why I am taking bribery? Because it is not possible for me to survive to survive in the home. Like I can't fulfill the needs of the home people within that limit which I am getting. Why? You have to make your sustenance under the income what you are getting. No problem. This is dunya. This is not the the day of judgment is coming there, and you will have to face Allah, and you have to be answerable there. And shaitan is also, some people they do sinful act because of their habit, and some people they are before others they are good, but when they are alone in loneliness they do sinful act there. And some people they do sinful act by knowingly, and some people they think that we are doing this sinful act in order to make our standard of life. They try to make the standard of life more better just to do sinful act. So sinful act like the money earning like haram way, like which is forbidden in Islam, or they do some other activities like drinking alcohol, like gambling, like going into the social media type of things, like where like the meetings with other people in sexual activities, and so many things. There are many trouble possible, so many things they can have. So these type of sinful act they do just to make the standard of life more better. And some people think that if that we it is our matter of prestige, matter of ego, it is matter of our pride, so it is matter of our proudness. So we should have to look after our prestige, look after our ego. So they, in order to do this, they have to do many sinful acts. Some people, because of the greed of these worldly things, they do sinful act. So some people in this the desires and the desires of the nafs, they are making them to do sinful act also. So many things are happening, and some people under the shaitanic intervention they do sinful act. So many sinful act the person is doing, but they must think that at the day of judgment I have to face Allah, where I will be answerable whatever I have done. This way Allah said, these people who are by Muslim, who are by with Iman, but they even having Iman, the first category of Iman is Iman Billah, Amantu Billah. So Allah said they forget that Allah is watching them, because Allah is Basir, yastakhfuna minan nasi. These people, they are trying to hide themselves from the people, so that the people should not understand that I am sinful person. So they try to make their prestige, their their respect and regard and honor from in the eyes of people. They want to keep that in the eyes of the people, but in the eyes of Allah, what is their status then? Because Allah said, "Wala yastakhfuna min Allah," and they are not to hide anything before, because Allah is there. How is possible they can hide something? This way Allah said, "Wahuwa ma'hum," Allah is with them. And wakan Allah bima ya'maluna muhita. Whatever the person is doing, Allah is occupying each every action of the person. So we have to look after this, and every time we should assess ourselves, especially before going to sleep. We need to assess ourselves and make tawbah astaghfar before sleeping. Maybe this night, maybe the last night of our life, and tomorrow we will not be in this world. So we have to look after ourselves and look after our iman every time, so that if we die, we must die with iman. And when the window of the other life, so life hereafter, when it opens, so it can open, we can see that the scenery behind with iman. So iman is the blessings of Allah. Iman is the greatest treasure of you. You have to keep it. This is the so much precious thing. You must keep in mind that iman is possible. The first ingredient, the biggest ingredient of iman is the iman billah, amantu billah. So Allah is watching you every time. Allah is Basir. Allah is Sami, is listening whatever you're doing. Allah is Alim, whatever you know, whatever you're doing, Allah has knowledge of each everything. So we must be careful while saying something, doing something. So each and every part of our body and the movement of each and every part of our body must be under Quran and Sunnah, so that we should have a good face before Allah and Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam at the day of judgment. Allah give us tawfiq. Ameen.